Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. In my lap, I've got a little Charvinator. Of course, he's just Charvy. I just call him things like the Charvinator and the like because he is such a cutie. He is such a good little guy. He's still scraped off the fur and the front of his face there. I think it's from the way he chews on toilet paper tubes, because he sticks his face in there and such, and it scrapes. I've seen it periodically. I don't know why or how. It's just he does. So I think that's what he does. But he's a good little guy. He was sleeping, so I'm going to put him back in his little nest. He's trembling because, you know, he's worried. I just woke him up and dug him out. So here we go. You're a good little Charv. Cover you up with your tissues again. There we go. They absolutely love tissues. That is very, very awesome. Very, very cool. It's absolutely safe. What you want to do, though, is if you use paper type, because they make recycled paper bedding, if you do use recycled paper bedding, or you use tissues in their bedding, or you let them chew on cardboard a lot, is you want to make sure to change their bedding just a little bit more often because it's dusty. And so you don't want them getting dust in their lungs and getting respiratory issues. So you want to make sure to get the dusty stuff out just a little bit more often, so that way they don't get, you know, they don't die. You don't want them to die of respiratory problems. If you hear them sneezing and stuff, then, well, I mean, sneezing can be pollen, and this is a bad pollen year in this area, so hard to say. One thing that has been happening, my roommates the other day, housemates, roommates, I mean, we rent half of a house, so, but it's a duplex. But it's my housemates, they were talking the other day when we were talking about hamsters and how many hamsters I have left, and I told them I just have the 3, little Charvy and Mama Squeak and Boogle. And so they were being sad and wondering if, you know, I had any male hamsters that could like sire any children, you know, because they liked it when I had baby hamsters before, and they got some of my female hamsters accidentally pregnant so that there would be babies to play with and such. So while you need to be an ethical breeder, and I have bred in the past, well, not me, you know, bred hamsters in the past without having the ability to take care of them if something horrible had happened. I wouldn't have been able to take them to the vet in the past because I've never had the money. And so that's not good. And if you are a breeder and you don't have the money or the ability to get veterinary care if something happens, then you really need to question your pet breeding. So it's because you need to be an ethical breeder, not just a breeder. And so that's why I hesitate anymore to get my hamsters pregnant. I mean, if something happens, like the last time Mama Squeak got pregnant, well, not the last time, but one of the times she had actually gotten loose out of her cage and then found her way into a male hamster's cage and had babies because of that. So if something like that happens, there's not a lot you can do. But generally the idea is to be as ethical a breeder as possible to be able to take care of issues. But barring whether or not there's going to be babies in the future or not, they have said that they're on the lookout for hamsters out there. And if they can find a nice whitish, because they want to get a nice, just straight, flat, white Syrian hamster, and then get a replacement hamster for me because I'm down to so few. And I thank them for the thought, and if they do that, that's awesome. I used to, back when I lived in my brother-in-law's garage, I had about 22 hamsters at my most. And while that is excessive, it was also something I needed to do. I needed to get out of my head after the death of my wife, and caring for other lives was what I needed. Yeah, it was a lot of hamsters. I had a lot of cages. In fact, most of my room in my room was taken up with hamster cages and such like that when I lived in my brother-in-law's garage. So, thumbs up for that. Now I've just got the 3, and I don't feel the need anymore for huge amounts, thank goodness. I was stretched to the very, very limits of my abilities as a human being, taking care of all my little guys. And it took my housemates, my current housemates now, coming by at times to help me get their stuff taken care of. So it was something I probably shouldn't have done, but at the same time, if I hadn't, I wouldn't be in the state I'm in now, which is on the road to recovery. So thank goodness everything worked out. And that's a very, very good thing. Gosh, there was a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about and wanting to talk about, but of course I've just woke up and I didn't write anything down because I always forget to write stuff down. And when I do remember to write things down, I always forget where I put the thing that I wrote stuff down on. So I end up just blundering through this anyway. It's the subjects being talked about is not the important part. And again, thank you all so very, very much for coming along on this journey of exploration with me on a daily basis. Those of you that do, it is greatly appreciated. I know I don't talk about anything of any great worth. I don't know any great amounts of knowledge behind the scenes of anything. So I can't give anyone, insider knowledge. I don't have any great insight on current events because I don't watch TV. And what little reading of current events I do, I just get from the internet while I'm trying to amuse myself. So I don't have any great insights on life or any such like that. All I can talk about, and all that I really do, is just things that interest me at the time. Things that I need to talk about so that my brain functions properly, and then just getting things bubble sorted so I can function through the day. Because back before I was vlogging, not blogging, even though I've blogged too, I used to have a blog. In fact, I still do, I just don't do anything with it. But before I started vlogging and doing this and bubble sorting my brain after the death of my wife, I was not functioning. I was not functioning. And then trying to run my channel before vlogging, I was sleep, awake, 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 all day. So I was sleeping when I should have been awake. I was awake when I should have been asleep. I was neither when I should have been both. It was just a mess. Then I started to vlog. And son of a gun, my brain started to fall together. All my thoughts started to function just a little bit better. Bubble sorting my brain, and it actually works. It's a mess. I don't really talk about a whole lot of stuff, but it's a good thing. I've been forgetting to turn my lava lamp on in time lately, and I'm very, very sorry about that. I like to keep it going, and yet I keep forgetting to turn it on when I come in here in time, so my sincere apologies. Looking at that thing back there. Oh yeah, one thing that I did put in my, I tweeted today, and then I was looking at it and then going, that just looks terrible. If you're of the right mindset, because I was looking through my Twitter feed and YouTube sent this big congrats to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart for real. And it's like, he's a great guy. I really like him. He's funny as hell. He's talented as all get out. I like his movies. I watch whatever he does. He's very talented, and I like to watch his stuff. But now all these famous people that don't need the exposure are the ones being made into the public faces of YouTube. And so congratulating Kevin Hart on breaking, a record. You got your first 100,000 or your first million. It's like, well, is it ever any doubt? Does the award mean anything to somebody like that? And then in my post, I'm going, gosh, here it is. It's pushing out people. It used to be a platform for people like me. And so I was unhappy about that. And then somebody else commented on my post, and then I started looking at that and going, if you're of the mindset, that looks super frickin' racist. Because here I am saying, yeah, here's this guy they're thanking. Thanks a lot. And it used to be a platform for people like me. And here it looks like I'm complaining about, yeah, here's this black guy. And it used to be a platform for people like me, white guys. And I looked at that going, it can be easily seen that way. I was like, oh my God. I didn't delete the post because the post is real, but I put the explanation down underneath that hopefully if anyone sees that and goes, what the hell? It's like, I don't mean I meant he's rich and famous versus people like me who are not black versus people like me who are white. Because, oh my God, that's not what I mean. I'm the person that doesn't care about skin color, and that I don't think race is a thing. Because it's not. It's a socio-political construct. Your skin color only indicates where your ancestors grew up on the globe because of local adaptation to an area. That's all skin color means. So, oh boy, just looking at that and going, that could be used as fuel for racists. And I was like, So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm the only one that saw it that way, but I'm a social justice warrior, and that's a good thing, because when you take a look at it, what's wrong with social justice? What's wrong with looking out for the underdog? What's wrong with helping a person who's being unjustly bothered? What's wrong with justice? I'll fight for justice. Anytime somebody's being unjustly dogged upon, hell yeah, I'm gonna try my best to fight for them. So that's why I gladly wear the label of social justice warrior. There was somebody that made up, they made up a picture of a seal, and it was a purple seal. So it was the purple seal of the social justice warrior. I was like, that was funny. So, hey, what can I say? That's why I say I'm a feminist. It's like anybody who's an underdog, anybody who is being unjustly treated, I'm gonna go to bat for them. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care what your gender is. I don't care what your species is. Because when I see unjust acts towards other species and creatures, that pisses me off and it makes me want to go and fight for them. So it doesn't even matter, your species or anything like that. It's just the fact that if somebody's being picked upon unjustly, yeah, you've got my ire up, and I'm gonna try and do my best to help. Also, gosh darn it, if I don't do a whole lot today because I forgot my brain. There is a fellow who has a GoFundMe campaign, and from what I've seen of it, I've got his card link here or wherever it is. Go check him out. If it's legit and what he says is real, it is horrible what's happening to him, and he needs as much help as he can get, and he doesn't know what to do. And so if this is a legit thing, then he needs help, and it would be a good thing if you could help him out. At least go take a look. Hopefully I've got the card there. If not, somewhere I've got, like down below in the show more, I should have a link to his GoFundMe, maybe his Facebook and some other stuff. Because, like I say, if legit, then he's in a very, very bad place. And if anyone could help him out, that would be a very, very good thing. I mean, I've no reason to doubt that everything he says is real. But unfortunately, we live in a world of, Nigerian princes with their email scams, and just, one of the big reasons that the election turned out the way it did was because of all this Russian interference. It's like you never know. And social engineering, it's like you never know, but you have to trust somebody. So check out things, take a look, and if it seems legit to you, if he seems like a legit person with legit troubles and all that, then at least say, I hope things get better for you. Because nobody deserves horrible stuff, and I've gone through and I'm going through horrible stuff now, but if it hadn't been for people helping me, I'd be stuck. I'd be I might have lost my life back when I first was in my death spiral for alcoholism, and it was people that helped me. So if you could take a look at the very least, that would be awesome. So thumbs up on that. Now I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab, so I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments today. Yay! Now, even though I count in American Sign Language, well, that's just ASL. You know, it's, if you're going to, the actual sign for that is sign language. So, you know, I know a little bit of ASL, and I count in ASL on the fingers on my hand right in front of my face, so, but I still get lost because of all my physiological damage, so. And I am not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward, but for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. The fact is you left a comment. Excuse me. Thank you very, very much. That's what's important. If I mispronounce your username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and we're only really, really good at being arrogant, breaking treaties, and making everyone distrust us. So thumbs up for that. So let me call this up on my Chrome. And we have Chomik, thank you very, very much. And Toys by Tim, greatly appreciated. Ice Damon, always good to see you in the comments, thank you. And Anthony Ornelas, thumbs up and thank you. Susan Garza, thank you very, very much. Wizzy Beats, son of a gun, and thank you. Les, and then it looks like a little dot after that. I can't really see, I mean, everything is largely fuzzy on the screen. Marxist Squidward, thank you very, very much. And Axel Asnar, thank you very much. Redius Andrade, I sure hope I'm close, thank you. Juan Garza, greatly appreciated. Matt Coronado, thumbs up and thank you. Will, thumbs up. Falk Go, thumbs up. And Elian Lorio Farrell, I hope, thank you. Mika Mach 5, greatly appreciated. Kane Nielsen, thumbs up and thank you. Somebody on YouTube, heck of a username, thank you very, very much. TJ Simmons, greatly appreciated. Thank you again for the pictures and such. Greatly appreciated. Potato Tron, thank you very, very much. Dinah Mama, greatly appreciated. Ron Paul Rad Dad, thumbs up and thank you. Step 1 and V. Ahmad Zidan, thank you very, very much. And then last but not least, Jason Shelfa, thank you very much. I sure hope that I came close with the pronunciation. And again, thank you, each and every one of you. As stated, you get me out of my head, into the real world, dealing with actual people. And again, whether you were saying, you know, you're a wonderful human being, thank you so very much, or you're a miserable old fool, why haven't you died of cancer yet, or you were a human being, or in fact, you probably still are, and this was a video, this is what's important. You know, I prefer kind comments, but even if you're a douche nozzle, the fact is you took the time to leave a comment. Thank you very, very much. Definitely a good thing. And of course, praying mantis mode. If you could check out my links down below, I got Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. It is because of you, especially after the death of my parents and all this, that if it hasn't been for hasn't been for your continued help, I wouldn't have been able to pay for rent. Thank you so very much. It is deeply and greatly appreciated. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I would understand if you don't want to, but if you are done with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained for, well, a very, very long time. After all, I'll slap a few coats of sealant on you, stack you like cordwood down in the basement. You'll last for decades before you go sour. Thumbs up for that. Hey, especially in hard economic times, a guy has to eat. Cannibalism for the win. People, we are a renewable food source. Just don't eat human brains. Number 1, other people need them. Number 2, Kuru. Bad. Read it up on the internet. Laughing sickness. Your own brain melts down. Prion infection. Not a good thing. So, just eat the meat. Don't eat the sweet meats. It's not really a sweet meat. I just thought I'd say it that way. Anyway, though, hey, wish list and humble bundle. Thumbs up for that. But I'm going to try and have a reaction video today. I'm going to try and have at least a game video today. I'm going to work on scheduling because I need to start live streaming. So you take care. Have a great day today. I am terrible at time management, and I will see you on the flip side. A very good thing, my friend.